Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here this morning. I want to recognize Congressman Hill for being here, taking the time, our Mayor Scott, Vice Mayor Wyrick, uh, 50 board members, as well as some of our city board members. My name is Merritt Dyke, and I have the pleasure of serving as the 2025 President of 50 for the Future. We're a nonprofit made up of local community-minded CEOs focused on economic development, public education, workforce development, and public safety. Today, we're here to shine a light on public safety. Our city firefighters spend much of their time at fire stations, which serve as their homes away from home. Unfortunately, a lot of the amenities of, of those are taken for granted and haven't been replaced due to normal wear and tear. There is a need of some basic quality of life amenities like new mattresses, new furniture, blackout curtains, and barbecue grills, etc. That's why I'm proud to announce a $25,000 contribution from 50 for the Future to Love Your Firefighters Fund. It's a mouthful. Our firefighters show up for us every day, often at great personal risk. This contribution is our way of showing up for them. By helping to make their time on duty more comfortable, we're letting them know that the business community appreciates the hard work that they do to keep us safe. This contribution was proposed to our board by one of our past presidents, Gary Smith, who I'd like to invite to talk a little bit more about this contribution. Gary.
Thank you, Merritt. I'll tell you, I was about to go on a family vacation this summer, and Director Adcock said that she had some reading material for me. It was just 19 pages. And she and Director Peck had put this 19 pages together, and it was a long list of all the needs at the various fire stations throughout the whole city. And so I did read it, and was pretty amazed at the basic needs that were that we really needed to improve the fire stations in the city. I mean, as you can imagine, our fire station personnel, I don't know if they spend half their life here, but they spend a lot of their time at the fire stations. And so many of these things were small amenities that you would need at a fire station, like chairs, like a refrigerator, the blackout curtains, mattresses, and so forth that Merritt's already mentioned. So I went to our board at 50 for the Future and requested $25,000 to help equip these stations as they should be equipped for the benefit of the firefighters. At 50, we are very much involved in public safety and have for many years, and so it fit right into our mission. And I'm glad that Director Adcock and Director Peck took this project on, and glad that we're able to help in this way. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. At this time, I don't know how we're going to do this, but where's the check?
It's the
that
big check.
50 for the Future would like to present to our city directors.
Let me get my hand on this.
Okay, Joan Adcock.
Yay. What?
Now I'd like for Cappy to come up and introduce Matthew Stallings. Cappy.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful. I try not to get emotional about this, but this is going to go a long way. Before I introduce Matthew Stallings, I want to tell you just a little bit about how we got involved in this. Matthew and I have been friends for about 9 years now, and about a year ago, he brought to my attention some really critical needs in our 22 fire stations across the city. As you know, some of them are 50, 60, 70 years old. I think we have a couple on the historic register. These firefighters, yes, they do live there. They are 48 hours on now. That's a long time. They need a comfortable place to sleep, a safe place to live and work as they make the ultimate sacrifice of being away from their families for 48 hours and then responding usually within 3 minutes to all sorts of emergencies. They don't just put out fires. They don't just rescue people on our waterways. They don't just get the proverbial cat out of the tree. Car accidents. You talk about physical, mental, emotional, psychological strain. They do this for 48 hours on. I have the utmost respect for them, and they deserve to live in a place that is safe and comfortable, and that's what this mission is all about. We've made some headway. We have a long way to go. This is our biggest donation so far, and I'm forever grateful for that. And I hope that other businesses will follow suit and help us bring these 22 stations up to par so it is truly a safe and comfortable place for our first responders. And not to poo-poo the other first responders, I have the greatest admiration and respect for all of them, but the firefighters are unique. They really are. When others run from danger, without question, without hesitation, they run into a burning building. They do so much for us. So thank you, 50 for the Future. We are forever grateful. I appreciate it so much, and I'd like to introduce Matthew Stallings, who is the Local 34 Union President.
Thank you, Kathy. And I'll be brief because there are plenty of people here who are more important than I am. But it is, as the group that represents the rank and file, it is from that perspective that I want to express our gratitude, not just for this contribution, but for all the contributions before this. Because like has been said, we spend 48 hours at a time at these fire stations. These are our homes for a third of our lives. And so, we spend a lot of time focusing on our job, and we spend a lot of time focusing on our apparatuses and our equipment and the things we need to do, or that we need to get the job done, that sometimes these stations, they can get overlooked. But these are more than just a workplace. This is our home for a third of our lives. And so, to have this outpouring of support, not just from our city's leadership, but from the citizens of the city of Little Rock, it means a lot to us. And we are forever grateful for this outpouring of support from the citizens of Little Rock. And so with that, it is my pleasure, my honor to introduce our city's mayor, Mayor Frank Scott.
Thank you, Matthew. I want to share appreciation to Matthew and the entire team. We've recently issued one of the arguably best contracts with the unions to give them additional 5% raise, which is something that's been historic because of Matthew's leadership and other members that have been a part of that contracting team. We're here today because yet again, 50 for the Future, one of the members of our business community, has stepped up to the plate to complement the city. Where you think about the Eyes on the Rock campaign, what that's done to really drive down crime, and now to help with our tender and loving care of our fire stations. While the City of Little Rock Board of Directors and myself have recently given about $2.5 million to help mainly with a lot of the capital expenditures. We do know with this recent change of our firefighters going from 24 hours to 48 hours, we have to have a greater attention to detail to those things that with them, because they are here a third of their lives. And as a son of a retired firefighter, I can tell you they spend a lot of time here, and they need to be in comfort. And so we want to share our appreciation to the leaders of this particular movement, being City Directors Cappy Peck and Director Adcock, because they really took this football down the field. And we're very grateful for their leadership and their tenacity and their passion on focusing on this. And this is what can happen. And so to the business community who wants to help our firefighters with some TLC, we ask that you step up to the plate and follow the lead of 50 for the Future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Scott. In closing, again, I'd like to thank Director Peck and Director Adcock for taking the time to visit the fire stations and better understand their needs, but also set up and manage the fund that has been created, that this contribution, the Love Your Firefighters Fund, this contribution will make a significant difference. And just as an aside, my wife and I made a contribution to this fund as well, and I hope many individuals and businesses will follow. Also like to thank Gary Smith for his efforts with 50, our mayor, and the rest of the city board members who made Love Your Firefighters Fund possible. And special thanks to Matthew Stallings and all of our firefighters. We are grateful for your service and hope that others will be inspired by this gift to also consider contributing to the Love Your Firefighters Fund. Thank you. Good job, Mayor.